more mature. All right, it's getting a lot of adoption, and this is something that I'm excited to talk about today because we haven't covered it before in this program. So before we jump into that, don't forget that next week is the yield farming masterclass. Okay, so let's see here, the yield. All right, that's going to be on Wednesday, October 28th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so inside the yield farming masterclass, I'm going to show you how to create your own DeFi fork. This is the application that we're going to go over together. So this is Juicy Swap, which is a fork of the popular Sushi Swap project. So this is going to be a way that you can launch a new cryptocurrency in 2020 with liquidity mining, which is a really hot topic in DeFi right now. Lots of projects are doing this. So I'm going to show you how to create this app, full stack, smart contracts, website, everything deployed to a blockchain. So make sure you mark your calendars and show up next week for the masterclass. And don't worry if you can't make it in person. There'll of course be a replay link available in the video vault. There's always masterclass replays. And of course, you have access to all those past masterclasses already, like the trading bot masterclass, DeFi masterclass, flash loans, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be doing a lot more super exciting masterclasses coming up in the future. That of course you're always going to get for being a part of this program. So let's talk about ENS. What is this and why is this so important? Well, ENS is basically DNS for blockchain. So what is DNS? Well, DNS is the thing that makes the internet work with domains. So basically, if you go to google.com, there's a layer on the internet that maps google.com to an IP address. So it's say like, 0.1.2.34.235, right? That's not a real IP address necessarily, because I think like something like that. That's just a fake IP address, but that's the idea. So a web server basically runs on a public IP address that looks kind of like this, okay? And then google.com is a domain name that resolves to this IP address, okay? So DNS is the mechanism that handles this, all right? So DNS. So if you've ever used a website like GoDaddy, for example, to purchase a domain name and point it to a website, maybe like a WordPress website or developer website, maybe you built your own digital product or something like that, you're working with DNS under the hood. So you basically take the domain name that you purchased and point it to a web server where your project's hosted, all right? So ENS is a very similar thing, but it's a decentralized name service for Ethereum-based projects and a lot more, okay? So what does it do? Well, you can have a human readable name for your cryptocurrency wallet. So for example, let me change my account here. If I take this account and look at it on, let's see here, on Etherscan, just pull this up. Right, you can see this public-facing account right here has it has a really confusing address. So if I were to tell you to send me cryptocurrency to this address, then this is really hard to read. Like I can't just tell this to you verbally. But what if I wanted to tell you my Ethereum address without texting it to you or something like that? Say, hey, just send me 1 Ether to dappuniversity.eth. Well, that would be a lot easier, okay? Or if you just saw it, written out like this, dappuniversity.eth, then you could easily send me cryptocurrency to this address. You could repeat this from memory in your web browser or something like that, all right? And I actually own dappuniversity.eth now on this account, but that's the whole idea. So that's what Ethereum name service does. It gives you a human readable name. You can point to cryptocurrency addresses for multiple cryptocurrencies. You can also point it to websites, just like DNS. So you can upload a website to IPFS, and then you can use that to point to your fully decentralized app. So if you've been following any of the videos in the course on how to create a DWeb app with IPFS and deploy a fully decentralized app with IPFS and Ethereum, then this will be a great next step, all right, on how to use an ENS domain name to point to your fully decentralized application. So if you want to do that, you can basically have dappuniversity.eth point to a website, IPFS website here, IPFS website. And then that could point to, that could use smart contracts in the blockchain, right? So let's see here, smart contracts. All right, and so this would be a fully decentralized application because the DNS part where the domain name lives is decentralized. Basically, it's powered by smart contracts in the blockchain. The IPFS, the website's stored on IPFS, which is a decentralized or distributed file storage system. Go check out these 2 videos on IPFS if you're not totally sure what that is. And then the backend is powered by smart contracts on the blockchain. So this will be a completely decentralized application, full stack with a human readable, Ethereum name service based domain. And so that's a high level overview of what ENS is and how it works. And in a second, I'm going to show you how to actually set ENS up. So if you want to, point an ENS domain name to your Ethereum wallet, or you want to set it up for a website, I will walk you through all that stuff. But for a second, let me just kind of give you a diagram of how ENS works. So here's what it looks like. So this is kind of a complex looking diagram, but I'll break it down here. So there's 2 parts of the equation. There's 2 ways that user can use ENS. One is to register a domain name. That's this part of the equation here. And the other side is actually accessing a website through the ENS protocol. Okay. So basically, we'll talk about the first part first. So there's a smart contract that handles the ENS registrations. So there are 3 steps here. 1 is a commit, 2 is a register, and 3rd, they mint an ERC721 token to manage the domain. All right, so if you're not familiar with ERC721, basically, it's just a standard for non-fungible tokens. I've actually done a video in the video vault where you can check that out. Look at this, why you must learn to code your own NFT. So that's NFT is the same thing as ERC721. All right, so I'll just pull this up as a quick refresh. So ERC721 is just a standard for how non-fungible tokens work. Basically, these are tokens that have IDs. So if you want to create tokens for baseball cards, for CryptoKitty collectibles, software licenses, domain names like ENS does, then you can use ERC721. And so that's exactly what let's see here. That's exactly what ENS does here. So when you register your domain name, you walk through these steps, which I'll show you here in a minute. This is just a high-level diagram, and then you get back an ERC721 token that you hold in your wallet. Okay. So here's a more complex diagram of the backend infrastructure whenever you access it. So basically, you have a domain that looks like this, name.eth, which it has something called a reverse registrar. Okay, and this is how it resolves. It walks through this process, goes from reverse registrar to the default resolver, back to the ENS registry. All right, and then it goes to basically the Ethereum name service to get back the information and it serves it back to you. Okay, so I will leave this diagram up here. You can pause the video, screenshot this or something like that, and study this more in depth. But we'll walk through all these steps as we register the domain. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, before you run through this example, you need a few things installed. The first is the MetaMask Ethereum wallet. All right, so you can just Google MetaMask for Google Chrome. Make sure you install this. It'll give you an Ethereum address for free. All right, so once you have that, you want to make sure you connect to the Ropsten test network. All right, so this is a test Ethereum network where you can interact with live smart contracts on a real world blockchain, but it's not the main Ethereum network. So all the cryptocurrency network is fake. It's not worth anything. But we can use this for test purposes without risking any money. All right. So that's what we'll do. Connect to Ropsten. You can use a different test network for this purpose. Maybe Rinkeby, for example. I'm just going to use Ropsten because when we went through this, that's what we used the first time and it worked. So you can trust something else, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to use Ropsten. Right. So anyways, you actually need some Ether. So you need some cryptocurrency in your wallet. So you can go to this link down below. These faucets kind of change all the time, but hopefully this will work right now for you. So you can just paste your Ethereum address in here. All right. Actually, that's not it. Sorry. Go to your MetaMask. Copy it. Put in your Ethereum address here, and then click send Ropsten test ETH. And yeah, it won't let me do it right now because I just did it, but you can do it, and you should have some Ether in your wallet, which you can see here. Next, we'll go back to the ENS domains website. We'll click launch app. All right. And I'm going to look for a domain name. All right. So let's just say, DAP University. Say 99, just some random ENS name, right? You can do whatever name you want here. You can look for yours. And I'm going to click search. All right. So it's available. So I'll click on this. And so here's how it works. You can basically buy for this amount, so 0.013 ETH. You can do 1 year, 2 year, as many years as you want. Okay. So I'll just do it for 1 year. And then we'll submit the request to register. Okay. Let's see here. So insufficient funds. Let's just, let's try this here. Oh, it looks like I need to make sure I connect my account. So I'm going to go back to this. Basically open MetaMask, you get that error, click connect. All right. So let's try it again. Click request register. And then now it should work. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So click confirm. And it's like a few minutes process. All right, and now we just got to do one more step. So the transaction's confirmed. All right, you just see a MetaMask confirmation pop whenever that happens. And then you have to wait for 1 minute, basically, to ensure that someone else hasn't tried to purchase the same name. Basically, they didn't beat you to it. So there's a brief cool-off period. But now I finished that, and we can complete the registration. I click register. And then we do one more transaction. I'm just going to do the gas prices fast. Let's do 50 Gwei. All right, we don't care. It's free cryptocurrency. Or fake cryptocurrency, I should say. All right, it's finished. So the registration's complete. So now let's just manage it. Okay. So you want to do these steps. Basically, you can see that you are the registrant and you're also the controller. Okay. You can transfer this if you want to. You can also renew the domain name, all that kind of stuff. Here's where it shows you the resolver, but you can actually set this information. That's what we'll do now. All right. So I want to set the resolver. I just refreshed the page because these buttons were grayed out. All right. And they've turned blue because basically it didn't detect my wallet MetaMask. So I refreshed the page on my end and that fixed it. So now what we want to do is set the resolver. We're just going to use a public resolver. All right. And then click save, and then we'll confirm the transaction. Do it on MetaMask. I'm going to do an expensive one just to save time here. Click confirm. And now what we want to do is actually turn, DAP University 99 to point to this Ethereum address. Okay, so we're going to set reverse record. All right, so we're saying not set, but basically, if we click save here, it's going to point, DAP University 99.eth to this. So based on our diagram that we saw earlier, just find it. That's how this reverse resolver works. So if you point to that Ethereum name service domain, then it's going to point to this address. Let's see here. Lost my place. Here we go. Point to this address. So you can just send cryptocurrency to this address, and it would go here. So I'm going to click save. All right. Sign a transaction with MetaMask. Do an expensive one here. Not 650. Let's do 50. I think the limit's actually 500 right now. Click confirm. All right, now that works. So we can see once the transaction's confirmed, you'll see, your ENS name will actually show up here as your connected account. So you can see DAP University 99.eth is the actual, it's been transferred. It's verified identities here. And one thing that's pretty cool is we can go ahead and test this out. You go to MetaMask, and then, I'm going to switch accounts here. Okay, so I'm going to click send, and I'm actually going to put in DAP University 99.eth here. All right, and we can actually see our address. Okay, so I'm going to send some Ether 0.01, something like that, just to make it really easy. Click next, and then boom, there you go. It'll send this transaction to our other account. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So we can see that that's wired up, verified it works, and that's how you see ENS in action with your cryptocurrency wallet. So if you want to say, hey, let's say your name is Mark. If you want to register, mark.eth, which I'm sure is taken by now, maybe it's mark99.eth or something like that. Then you can just say, hey, send me 1 Ether to mark99 inside your MetaMask wallet. That's exactly how it works. And it works with other wallets besides MetaMask. You can do it with Trust Wallet. You can do it with any Ethereum wallet, even MetaMask Mobile, stuff like that. So next what we're going to do is actually point this to a website. All right, so next just make sure you refresh the page in case anything hasn't uploaded properly, okay? But now I'm going to show you how to do other stuff, okay? So you can set these other records, and there's 3 different things you can select. You can do text to do a domain name, all right? You can do a lot of things. You can do email address, you can do URL, you can do avatar, a lot of different stuff, right? So let's do a URL. So basically I'll just say dapuniversity.com. Okay, click save, and then we'll just do that here. Of course, it'll take a second to finish. But there's so many other things that you can do, including IPFS, which I'll show you here in a second. All right, so looks like the transaction confirmed. Boom, all right. So yeah, it's got a text record pointed to dapuniversity.com, which you can see here now. All right, boom. All right, so now we can click more records. Let's do an IPFS hash. So remember, IPFS is basically a decentralized file storage system. So if you put your website on a decentralized network like IPFS, then it's uncensorable. So we can do other addresses. And then actually this is for different blockchains like Ether. Bitcoin or Litecoin like that. So let's actually set it to content. My fault. And so there are a few different ways that you can upload IPFS records. You could paste in an IPFS link if you have one here. All right, or you can go to a new upload. Okay, so if you're a new upload, this integrates with Temporal, so you can sign up for Temporal and upload your folder manually. But I'm going to do an IPFS URL, so click cancel on that, and I'm just going to pull this up. So this is a website deployed to IPFS on Fleek. Okay, so go check this out in the video vault. You can watch these 2 videos. Create a D-Web app with IPFS and also deploy your fully decentralized app with IPFS and Ethereum. Because if you use Fleek and you just put your project on GitHub, then you can deploy it to IPFS with just a few clicks. All right, those videos will show you how. So I click on verify on IPFS and see this IPFS URL here. Okay, so we can just take this, or you can use a different IPFS link like this. Let's just go back to ENS, find it. So let's see here. You can do this basically, and then I think you can just do it like this. Let's give it a try. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's click new upload. Oops, no, sorry. Don't click new upload. Try like this, and then we'll take away. I think that's the format that it wants. Click save, and then let's do bigger. Confirm. All right, and so if you want to access the website that you uploaded here for your ENS address, you can do it like this. So basically, you just take your ENS, all right, and you go to a new tab here. Let's see here. Basically, you do it like this. So let's do it here. Let's try this. So basically, you do like your name's dapuniversity99.eth, and then you'll add .link at the end. So now, I don't think this is actually going to work. I'll tell you why here in a second. All right, it's going to bomb. But that's because we're running on a test network. So if you want to run this on the main Ethereum network, which we'll have to do if you want to follow this tutorial for a real live project, then you'll want to purchase this with real cryptocurrency on a real Ethereum network, and you should automatically have a resolver that points dapuniversity99.eth.link or whatever your name is to the website that you've uploaded here. Okay. So this particular example won't work because I did it on a test network. But if you want to work on the real world, just join the main network. It won't be very expensive, and that's how it works. So I'll show you an example. Basically, you can go to uniswap.eth.link. All right. And this will take you to the IPFS website, right? And so the last thing I'll call out here is that you can also do subdomains, okay? So if you want to do like, let's see here. dap.university99.eth or something like that, you can just add subdomains with this tab here. Okay, so I might walk through that in this video, but that's just a cool bonus that you can do if you want. Right. So that's an overview of ENS and how it works. So this is something that's really important to know about if you want to build real world blockchain based applications. To build your own unstoppable dApps, actually have decentralized naming. If you want to create a human readable address for your Ethereum wallet, for example. And this is how you do it, all right? So don't forget, we've got the yield farming masterclass coming up next week, so mark your calendars. I'm going to show you how to build this real-world yield farming app, Juicy Swap, which is a fork of the popular Sushi Swap project. This is something you're going to really want to understand. Even if you decide not to launch this thing for yourself in production, this is something that's really great to know about, because if you want to work as a blockchain developer, you're probably going to work with somebody who wants to build a DeFi app and is a freelancer or is your job. And this is a great experience. I mean, you can even use this for your portfolio to land one of those high-paying jobs, or become a freelancer, okay? Or use this as a basis for your own project, of course. All right, so that's all I've got. Hope you like this video, and until next time, thanks for watching Blockchain Mastery University.